guys, welcome back to Shaving with Peg Leg. Thanks for all my subscribers. Thanks for the new people joining in. I appreciate all your subscriptions, I really do. Thank you. Never thought I'd get any, really. I just thought I'd be doing this for fun. Today I'm using PAA's Future Fiction. I just felt like something a little lighter, a little brighter today. Also I bought a couple of these to go with the sample soap, and I'm going to be out soon because I can use this 2 more times. I don't use a lot of aftershave, but I just dropped a brand new one of these on the floor and the glass tube shattered, so I lost a brand new one to the floor. Bathroom smells great now, but didn't do me any good for my shaves. So I've got other ones. I got John From and a couple other scents that I was trying to see if I wanted to get that soap. I'll use it with it. That's alright. It's just a sample anyways. Today's shave, you know, the soap and the aftershave. The razor is the Yintal brass razor. And if you think that handle looks familiar, it's because you're right. Hang on 1 second. My phone shut off. Leymiga, Leymiga. Look at the handles. Now I knew this when I ordered it. I knew the handles were the same. They're slightly different. Slightly. I mean, the cuts are all the same, but the polishing's a little different. And this one, this has got a bigger head. This one, you see, got a little bit of overhang. Not much, but this one doesn't have any overhang. So, I knew the heads were different. I knew the handles were the same. I wanted to see how they shaved. So I ordered them. I'm kind of pissed about that 6C because nowhere in the description for it does it say there's no handle. I went over it again between videos and looked at it. Nowhere does it say no handles. No handle. So now, yeah, I paid $32.10 for it or something like that. $32.12 with tax. But now I gotta spend another $11.50 to get a handle for it. I could always just use one of my multitude of other handles. I mean, it's not, I don't have to buy a handle for it because I've got a shit ton. I could use this handle on it if I wanted to. I've got plenty of handles I could use. And I probably will until I get, I just like having one handle per razor. That's just me. You don't have to. Some people buy a lot of different heads and they use the same handle. That's fine. It works. Like I said, you don't have to have a handle per razor. But we're going to do a face shave today. I have been dropping shit all day. You saw me, my last video, the unpackaging. I dropped the package at the razor, the 6C base plates and cap came in. Dropped that, had to put my legs back on and get it. Dropped the, knocked the aftershave on the floor and it shattered. I had to put my legs back on and clean that up. And I've dropped a couple other things in here since I've been in here. I had to get them. I've just had one hell of a case of the dropsies today. Use the cube, get some lather going, get some pre-shave on first. Lather's all made, ready to go. There's the lather in my hand-painted bowl that the paint's starting to come off of. Lathered up really well. It's sitting in hot water to warm up. Oh well. I got pre-shave on. I didn't lather. I didn't work it up at all. I just started with the brush. I'm just all over the place today. Just one of those days. You ever have one of those days? Just, it's like, what the hell are you doing, dude? Go back to bed. Just go back to bed. And that's seriously the kind of day I'm having right now. So you're probably going to get blood because this has more gap, and I'm not sure about the exposure. I didn't put another blade in and compare them. Every time I bring this up, my camera dims. Okay, but I got that much gap or that much exposure with a, if I can get my damn glasses to open up, with a 0.939 millimeter gap. So it's pretty, it should be pretty aggressive. So there could be blood with the dropsies I'm having today. Oh, and I'm using the unmarked. There's not a marking on the blade. There's nothing to say where they're made. I'm going to assume China, of course. I'm using the Yintal blade it came with because if you buy this razor and you're a beginner, you're most likely going to use the blade it came with. And I don't buy razors based on if they come with blades or not. I really don't. They just happen to. Oh, I forgot what the hell, what was the last blade I used? Oh, the Wowe blade. That sucker was rough the first pass. Second pass it smoothed out a little bit, not a lot. I mean, enough. It wasn't comfortable, but you could live with it. But the problem I had with it was, it's like when it started smoothing out, it lost its edge. It became dullish as a butter knife. It was crazy. I never had a blade lose its edge after one pass before. That was a first for me. So I'm wondering if this blade's going to do the same thing now. Well, I can tell you right now, this blade seems sharper and it's definitely smoother than that Wowe blade was on its first pass. It does, I'll tell you what, the field test, it doesn't feel any sharper, but it seemed sharper on the skin. It felt sharper. Maybe it was just the amount of blade exposure I was picking up. Yes, I have my Supermax titanium sitting right here on the shelf, ready to go at it again if I need it. I keep a blade right there all the time, just in case I need a blade real quick. Because you never know with these things. Oh, it's got good feel. This handle, I like this handle, both razors, same handle. It's got good grip, even if your hands are wet. And this razor, even though the head is a little smaller than the other one, still weighs more than my scale will measure at once. I had to take the head off and measure it separately from the handle to get a measurement on it. It's pretty heavy. But you should expect that from an all brass razor. Okay, it's better. It's a better blade than that Wowe blade was. Because for 2 passes, I'm about where I should be. Got myself though, didn't I? Told you there'd be blood. Blade could be sharper and it could definitely be smoother. So another one of my 50 phone calls that I'm going to get today. I've got about 300 numbers in my phone that are blocked. People selling me shit. I still keep getting calls. Your car's warranty's about ready to expire. No, my car's warranty expired a long time ago. Alright, against the grain. A couple weeks ago I realized I wasn't shaving up here far enough, and I kept seeing a hair wiggling in my eye. I was like, what the hell? And I couldn't find it. And I came in and looked in the mirror. I had a hair this freaking long growing right about here, growing out. It was like that long. Where the hell did that come from? Pull the tweezers out and pluck that sucker out. Oh yeah. This blade's gonna be a one and done. This is another razor where I recommend, if you get it, just take the blades that come with it, stick them in the back of the drawer somewhere in case you run out of blades, and you've got some in case you run out. But other than that, I mean, I'm pretty smooth. It's not, I'm smoother than the blade is, let's put it that way. But for $17, that razor with that gap and that blade exposure, it's actually pretty. I don't have to do a 4th pass. I'm good up here where I usually leave a little. But we're going to give the neck a once over. Boy, putting the soap on my neck, and my neck just, it's like somebody stabbed me with 1,000 needles. So I've done some damage to the neck. I didn't hear it cutting hairs, but I could hear it scraping skin. Just right there. I'm still slick. The residual slickness on PAA CK6 is great. It really is. I love the weight of this razor. I like a heavier razor anyways. And gentlemen, that's BBS right there. So, it wasn't bad. Blade could have definitely been better. I'm definitely throwing it out though after one use. I don't want to push that blade for 2 uses. No way. It was not smooth enough to risk going again. It just wasn't. It ended up, in the end, it ended up being sharp enough. It just wasn't smooth enough to risk using again. So those are going to go in that pile with the other blades that I could give to people if they need a blade and I don't want them to be my friend anymore. That's basically what it is. That's what that pile's for. Alright, Gentleman John Allen block. But I do like the razor. Oh, that's a 3. You got like a half a point on the face, but the neck's like a 3. It's been scraping skin real well. Oh yeah. Yeah, that one at the skin pretty damn well. And actually, I'm going to leave that on my neck because it won't hurt. I'm just going to rinse it off my face and leave it on the neck. Okay. Witch hazel. There's plain old Walgreens witch hazel. That actually gave me a little bit of a burn on the neck too. Now, I can't believe I dropped that on the floor. I went to pick something else up and hit it, and it just spun like a helicopter blade, rotor blade, across the counter right onto the floor. And when it hit the floor, it went into 100 different little pieces. I was like, are you serious? One drop on the floor and boom. Oh, too much. Put some back in. Okay. Well, oh, almost dropped it again. One more use of that. That's all we're going to get. That stuff smells great. It really does. Like I said, I just wanted something a little brighter, lighter and brighter today. Just felt like it. I'm going to use my Nivea men's cream. And that's all you need on that. And yes, unlike some people who shave their face, do their whole aftershave routine, you know, the alum block and their aftershave, and then their balm, and they put it on their bald head when they've shaved their face, which I could never figure out why he does that. No names mentioned. I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about, but he shaves his face, and then when he gets the balm, he puts the balm on his bald dome, but not on his face. You just scrape steel and use soap on your face and took all the oils and moisture and everything out of your face. Put the balm on your face. I never understood that, but alright. I'm the new guy here. He's been around a while, so maybe I'm the one that's wrong. I don't know. Boy, there was blood. I got little spots all over. Yeah. If you buy that razor, these blades go in the back of the drawer for just in case I ever run out, or I feel like I need a medieval bloodletting, then I'll use one. Ooh, my neck, it's all red. But that's where we're at. Good razor, good head, good gap. It definitely does have a decent gap on it. Not a lot of blade exposure, but you can feel the blade. Gives a close shave. We will try it again with a different blade eventually. After I get done with this series, I'm going to go back through all my razors and use them again with different blades than I used in them the first time. And I'll go through my videos, I'll see when I use that razor, what blade I used in it, and I'll use something different and better than the one I used in it the first time. And that's what I plan on doing for this channel, is that. Just so we know. That's it. Alright, we're at 23 minutes. I got an intro to tack onto this, so that's going to add a few seconds, about 30 seconds or so. But good scent. Nice summertime scent, definitely. So if you like PAA and you want to get this, have at it. You know how my stand is on PAA. I can hold a grudge till I take it to my grave. So, and that's probably what I'll do. Under $7, I think it was $16.99 for this razor. Not bad for an all brass razor. Heavy, good length, and all brass. For 17 bucks, come on. That's hard to beat. I've seen $120 all brass razors, and I will bet you this shaves just as well as they do. So you don't need to spend all that money on a razor. And we're proving that every time I do a face shave. I haven't, in the $10 to $15 razors and these $15 to $20 razors, I have not found a bad one yet. They've all been good shavers. So you don't need to spend $80 to $120 for a razor, guys. It's all you need is a $15 to $20 razor or a $10 to $15 razor. Does not matter. You can get a good shave. Alright, gentlemen, 24.5 minutes. Done with a babbling fat guy in the chair. You're in the chair. Next. Happy shaves out there, gentlemen.